Welcome to the New Moon Meditation for July 9th, 2021, and it will be at 8:16 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. My name is Martin Dowman.
And I'm Sunny Dowman, and we're here at the Light Center, and we are doing this in conjunction with Unity of Lawrence. We're posting these videos both on our YouTube channel and theirs. So you can like and subscribe and follow. So this new moon is going to be in the sign of Cancer. The sun is already in Cancer and the moon will come around and join in. There's a lot happening. There are some heavy things. If you've been paying any attention at all to the events of the world, you know there's heavy things happening, and those are reflected in the chart. What I thought would be a nice thing to do, instead of talking about the heavy energies, because we all know they're there, is what's working and what's supporting us, and what can we draw on to uplift. And so I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. One is that the planet Jupiter, which is that lovely, beneficial, generous, expansive energy, is forming a trine, a nice, easy, flowing aspect to the planet Mercury. And Mercury is the way we think and the way we communicate. And so we can expect, and we can even participate in making, in expanding our communications with those around us. Jupiter, anyway, is in a water sign, and so this is a good time to talk about how we feel and how we're doing in this time. The other aspect that I wanted to talk about in the astrological chart, and these are the aspects that are taking place at the time of the new moon on July 9th. Neptune is making a trine, another nice, easy aspect, to both the sun and the moon, which is highly significant because that's what we're here talking about, is the sun and the moon being together in the sign of Cancer. And then Neptune is that watery, flowy, let's dissolve our boundaries. Let's dream big. Let's flights of fancy and that kind of thing. It can also be a little bit confusing and a little bit disorienting, and so we'll want to lean into the aspects of this that are supporting us, and notice where things are feeling fuzzy, things are feeling confused, and so how can I address that, and how can I make myself comfortable and work well. And so moving into a meditative space, we call on those energies that are here to support us, and we just take a moment and let's just arrive in this moment. Let's set aside anything else that is on our minds, set aside our concerns, our worries, and just be. Allow the furniture that you are sitting on, the ground that you are sitting on, to hold you up and support you, to support your body, and allow your body to just relax down into that support. And we breathe in and release. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. Allow your jaw to relax. And scan your body for any other place where you are holding tightness, maybe in your back, maybe in your legs, wherever it is that you are continuing to hold tension. Allow that to relax and just melt. And I would invite you to turn your attention to your guardians, your guides, your angels, ascended masters, those sources of wisdom that we carry, that we use as touchstones within us, and the ones that we communicate with directly. And we invite them to join us in this meditation. We invite them to join us in this space. We invite ourselves to remember that they are here with us in this space. And so, feeling your body in space, feeling your body cradled by the chair, the couch, the bed, the ground, and held up and supported, we can use our imagination and our intention to create a deeper connection between us and the earth. And so the way that I like to do this is think about my feet on the ground or my hip bones as I sit on the ground. That point of contact between my physical body and the earth. And I like to envision roots coming down out of those points of contact and reaching down into the soil, reaching down into the rock of this planet, and searching for nourishment, for support, just as if I were a plant, and that this is the way that I receive my sustenance, or one of the ways that I receive my sustenance. If I were a plant, I'm also using that sunlight to make energy. But thinking about those roots, I am literally grounding myself into the earth. And so I can envision those little roots coming right out of my feet and digging down into the dirt. And as it digs down into the dirt and it finds moisture, it brings that moisture up. It finds energy and it brings that energy up. And that's what we're going to work with right now. We're going to find that source of energy that's within the earth. And we're going to bring it up through our roots and into our physical bodies. And so we can feel that energy rise just as if it were sap in a tree. We can feel it rising up our legs. Allow that energy to flow right up your legs and up into your hips, and let it encounter your root chakra. The root chakra is at the base of your spine. The color associated with this is red. And the root chakra is about the energy of, I have a right to be here. I have a right to take up space. It's the energy of the newborn baby who knows that it deserves to be cared for. And so we allow that energy from Mother Earth and our root chakra to combine and to encounter one another and combine. Become one. And then allowing that energy to continue to rise, just like the sap in the maple trees in the spring. The energy comes up a little bit farther and we get to the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is just about the level of the belly button. The color here is orange, so we can envision that if you meditate in color. And the energy of the sacral is the energy of creativity, of generativity, of bringing things from the realm of the idea and into the physical, its manifestation. And allowing that energy to rise a little farther, we come to the solar plexus chakra. This chakra is just in the little hollow below the rib cage, above your belly button and below your rib cage. It is the color of yellow, and this is the wisdom chakra. This is where, when we say we have a gut feeling about something, this is what we're talking about. This is that energy of knowing. And so we allow that energy to infuse our wisdom chakra. We greet our wisdom chakra and say thank you. And then allowing that energy to continue to rise up, we come to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is at the point of your heart. The color is green. And this chakra, we like to think of not only this chakra going out to the front, but also coming out our back. And it's pushing out in both directions, emanating out in both directions. And this heart chakra is the energy of life, of love, all the things that we know that the heart symbolizes. And so we greet that chakra, infuse it with the energy from Mother Earth, and we say thank you. One more time, the energy comes up and we encounter the throat chakra. The throat chakra is at the level of the throat. The color is a nice clear dark blue or bright blue, however you envision this. This chakra is about speaking our truth, about not keeping our voice silent when it comes to saying things that need to be said. And we say thank you to this chakra. We infuse it with this delicious, lovely energy from Mother Earth. And we allow this energy to continue to rise. It comes to our third eye, which is just about between the eyes, the eyebrows, on the forehead, and it's actually in the center of the skull at about the same level. And this chakra, the color is light blue, and the energy of this chakra, the gift of this chakra, is the ability to see the truth, to see what is, and not to confuse ourselves or to mislead ourselves. And so we allow that energy from Mother Earth and the energy of our third eye chakra to combine. We say thank you to this third eye chakra. And last, well, not quite last, one more step for the energy to come up to the crown chakra. This is at the crown of the head. The color here is white or amethyst. And this is our connection to the greater whole. This is our connection to the divine. This is our connection to the rest of what's out there beyond ourselves, the higher realms. We allow that energy, we ask that energy from Mother Earth to infuse our crown chakra. We say thank you. And then we allow one more time that energy to continue to rise, and it comes out the top of our head. And in this moment, the energy flows in all kinds of directions. One flow of the energy begins what's known as a toric field. It comes out the top of the head and falls down around in a beautifully rounded shape, coming back down to the earth and then flowing up again into it like a circuit, an electrical circuit. And another route the energy can take is directly straight up into the sky, into the divine, into whatever we perceive is out there, and things that we don't perceive are out there. So this is how we become a part part of the flow of life. So let's sit and allow that energy, feel that energy flowing both up and out and around as we breathe.
And now, I invite you to follow me in this process of the flow, imagining it as this spring of water that is coming up from out of the earth. It creates almost a bubble of water that is coming up in this flow. And as we stand watching this flow happen, we realize that this is the point of beginning of that river that is flowing along. And this is its moment of birth, of creation. And as we are aware of the astrological connections to this water time, this connection of flow, we awaken to this new moon, the beginning of something new, this welling up of possibilities. And if you feel comfortable, you can join in this flow just by floating in it. And if that doesn't serve you well, you're just welcome to walk alongside this flowing water that is clear. And as we flow through this process, we begin in this sort of a pond, almost a miniature lake that is very calm after coming out of this spring water. And then we notice ourselves just gently moving forward into the path of this river that is going to take us in a gentle direction towards its end. And we find ourselves almost floating without any feeling at all, just aware of this experience of flow. We may notice that we are very tuned into ourselves and allowing the universe to support us as we go. We may find that obstacles get in the way as we are flowing along through, but we are aware of them in a very intuitive way and understand where it is we should be to safely navigate these shifts or changes that are going on in our lives. We feel this moon energy, the energy of the emotion, of the way we feel. We are here in that experience. And as we float, we send out that love, that energy from our heart chakras to affect all the things as we flow along in this process. The animals around that might be drinking from this, are aware of that safety, that knowing that we are safe beings, and our awareness that we are being the very best we can be. And as we move forward, we hear sounds of the noise of children enjoying themselves on the banks of the river. We see them as light, and we smile and move on. In this process of flow, we also find sometimes that there are times that we need to acknowledge the difficulties, sort of like a rapid in the river. And we need to acknowledge that those times when things are turbulent does not mean that we are not flowing still. And rather than holding on desperately to a rock, trying not to go further, we release that and we just allow ourselves to trust in the intuition of the universe to carry us through this. And as we move through this rapid that we're in, we make very quick progress. And then it slows back down into an area that is more like a pond. Ease and grace abound here. And now we notice that we have been flowing along for a period of time. And we just breathe and release. And now, as we begin to awaken to the process of this flow, this awareness that we are here in this flow all the time, that it is around us as we connect in with people around us, with things that are happening, with healing processes, with the awakening processes, whatever it is that you are in the process of doing or being, we are together in this. And so we feel the end of this river coming, and we realize that it is getting wider and wider. And all of a sudden we realize that we are in an ocean that is connecting with everyone else. That we are all one. That the water that came up from that spring originally has made it all the way to the oceans and connects all of the land that is around us. That all of the land that there is has water coming up to it in some way. And that we are a part of that flow of water. We feel the nuance and the energy of that. And we honor it. And we find ourselves coming up on a beach. And we feel the sand, the warmth of the sun, the direction that we are moving up onto this beach. And we find connection not only with the earth and the sky and the air, but we also create our own fire that energizes us now to be in this moment of creation. And now I'm going to invite you into a process of toning. So as we turn to face the water again, we will tone from our deep within us that vibration that is needed to move out and to connect in with others. That everything has a vibration. Even if we can't hear that sound, it is vibrating still. And so, as we begin this toning, we'll take a deep breath in, and then from deep down in your heart, create a sound that feels right for you, that vibrates your body, vibrates loose anything that is needing to be released. And we're going to allow that to be released and into the fire. And so we'll take that deep breath in now. And this time I invite you to say Om as we do this, because Om is the sound of the earth's vibration. So we'll breathe in. And we pause in the silence here, listening for that reverberation, aware of where all of that vibration goes into the universe. We are whole. We are a part of the One. When you are ready, wiggle your toes or your fingers or your shoulders or whatever it is that works to get you to connect in that you are here now, that we are here now, that we are able to bring this flowing energy, this vibration, this experience into our day, into this new moon time. And much like the spring, we will come forth and begin to flow into this time. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. It is a deep joy to be here with you. I'll hand this over to Sunny.
Sure. So the next time we'll be seeing you will be on July 23rd for the first of 2 full moons in Aquarius. There will be one in the very early degrees, and then the next full moon will be in the late degrees of Aquarius. So July 23rd, 2021. Be there or be square. So if you are enjoying the astrology and you want to know more about either what's happening in the world or what's happening in your own personal chart, this is obviously what I do and what I love to do. So give me a holler, connect up with me at my website, sunnysastrology.com, and we can make arrangements to take a look at whatever it is that you have questions about. We'll talk about it in astrological terms. It's fun. It'll be great.
And so we say,
Namaste.